Alrighty. Be ready to get this thing on the road. I believe. I can hear my own music. 2 secs. There we go. Alrighty. Kerbal Space Program. Hey everybody. Just gonna be building some random creations today and gonna see how it goes. Just gonna drag this to my other screen. Okay, so today I'm going to be starting off with earlier today I built something, a private jet. I do want to build another one because this thing flies like an absolute piece of crap, and I can heal myself. Rip. Forget to mute YouTube in the background. Oh well, beginner's life. Hey, and this kept breaking off. So, let's switch to full screen mode here. Just gonna show you guys how this thing sort of flies. Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I wanted to make a new one. And also my mic's echoing, so give me 2 seconds with that one. There we go. And we're off the ground. So it's a decent aircraft. Look, it's not the best in the world. Whenever I roll. There we go. As you can see, I haven't really customized it that much when it comes to the finishing product, but it's a decent jet. Has absolutely no fuel whatsoever, but can carry a fair amount of passengers over quite a decent distance. Decent. Oh well. Line up for landing. Oh yeah, that's right, this thing had absolutely shocking Yep, see ya. Alright. So I need to work on that a little bit. Obviously, why does this keep tabbing out? It's not full screen. Oh, it is full screen, that's probably why. So, first off, I don't really know if I should keep this whole rear end here. You know what? Scrap. Let's build something a bit larger. So the private jet, let's go something a bit bigger. Let's go MK1. I can't change the size of it. That... Okay. Nothing in the front. That's quite random. Right up for landing. Alright, sorry about that. I just am still figuring out a couple of things with my streaming, so I gotta check it every now and then. I'll just chuck this up to 2.5 meters, passengers. Okay, and for the tail. Something like that. I don't know if I like the look of that. Oh well, whatever, I suppose. If it flies, it flies. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just gonna be the wrong way around. Called it. As usual. Alright. Close enough. Alright. I've always wanted to have a plane with where are those wings? I never use them ever, really. Are these gonna be too big or just right? Don't know when our wings up that high, I'm gonna look like a bird. Actually, what I can do, because I do want the wings down a bit low, like that. Instead of it showing down the bottom, grab the move tool, click on it, drag it in a bit. Hidden, out of sight, out of mind. Alright, so let's see where our... Yep. Sorry about my chair. Needs a bit of a WD-40. That's a good product placement. Should hit these guys up. Bit of WD-40. The thing's a bit, oh. That's why it does it. Oh well, a bit more air efficient compared to the other, well, it looks like it at least. I haven't checked the stats. I don't know, we'll just go with it. It's already there, it's already done. Decent sized tail fin. Yep, sorry about the door in the background, she'll be right. I'm gonna look like an idiot because I'm trying to look through this thing for one thing and guarantee I've probably gone past it. There it is. Perfect. I like the skin on him. Perfect. New mistake. Great. Yeah, something like that'll do. Here we go. So better go ahead and grab those double trailing edges flaps. Put those on here. Those deploy out nice. It's like a very much more 737, a lot more aerodynamic. Although the round nose is more aerodynamic than the sharp pointed nose, I'm pretty sure. Grab ourselves a big aileron. Actually, they're too fat. Yeah, something like that'll do. That'll do. Better hook these up for some custom actions. Custom 1, toggle, toggle. Actually, for the second extension, we'll try that. I know it's got no gear. Don't bother trying to tell me. Oops. Just testing out the yeah, this will do. So go into our actions, switch over the toggles. Number 1 toggle, number 2 toggle. Ah, that's why. Number 1 for the bottom toggle. Custom number 2 for the top toggle. Quickly give that a quick test. Number 1. Number 2. Perfect. I'll just quickly chuck in the rest of the flaps. Be a piece of cake. Should be right. So hit our number 1 toggle. Yep. All light flaps. Number 2. Full flaps. Or if you want to go less flaps, just hit number 2. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. At least we got flaps that are usable. So how are we going for our thing out here? Yeah, not too bad. Whoever's watching out there, yeah, fly it anyway, should be right. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Sorry, I'm just concentrating a bit. Do you have Kerbal space program yourself there? And sorry about the delay in between the messages. I've got a 30-second delay in the stream. That gear is going to be way too small. You can just do this, lift it up a bit, extra height, something like that. Does it really matter? No. Should be right. I don't know. Let's give it a test. Nice angle on that. Sorry. 60% one. Oh yeah, that's right, they come out as air brakes as well. Half flaps. Oh, you don't have it. That's no good. It's a good game. I'd recommend buying it. Especially you can get it cheap these days. Whoa, that took off a lot easier than expected. Supposed to be great gear up already. No flaps. Goes through pretty well. Let's try full flaps. You can notice the climb difference even just in the way the aircraft reacts there. Once again though, it does pull up fairly hard when full flaps. That's to be expected due to where the wings are placed. Alright, come around here. Yeah, doing like a 90-degree bank on a commercial jetliner. Should be right. View down, half flaps. I'll try the full flaps out here coming in for landing. If there's anything you guys want me to make, give me a yell. I'll try my best. I'm not the best in Kerbal. I've got my experience, but I'm in way too short here. Well, could have been worse, I suppose, but oh, that's right, I got steering on all 3 wheels, so this thing's gonna turn like that. Alright, a couple more things I'll just quickly adjust with the... So first off, steering. Disabled, disabled, unless we're going to need it. And also the authority limiter, I don't think we need that much flaps. So both of them I'm just going to chuck down to 50 degrees on the larger flaps there. So it should be good. Also some extra lighting should be good. Should be good. Alright, let's quickly take it for one more test run. Full flaps. That's definitely a lot better. Plus it matches up with the other flaps. It's all about looking good. Lights on. Oop. Definitely a lot more lightage here. Better. Steering, it's a lot better. Oh, that took off without me even pulling up then. Which is sort of not a good thing. But what can you do? Go half flaps. No flaps. Definitely seems to be flying alright. Whoa, as soon as it came out there, so it's easy. Just adjust a bit of the pitch here. So let's try and come in for one more landing, I suppose. And it's better. Where is it? Don't mind the 90-degree turn again. You guys didn't see that? It looks like this thing's gaining some decent speed with the 2 small engines on it. There's the fuel. Yeah, by the way, it was already half on fuel because I emptied out one of the containers to make it a bit more aerodynamic. Alright, full flaps. See if we can go a bit better this time. That's better. Got the trim right now. It's a bit shaky when I have to top throttle over the runway. Flare. Bit hard, but look, wasn't that bad, wasn't that bad. Could go for the old reverse thrust here. But actually that's another key that I can probably set on this and this thing will basically be done. Oh, alright. 747, here we go. Alright, sorry, I'm gonna tab out just for a sec, just to get an image up on the other screen. Try and make it a bit easier. I'm not gonna make it 100%, but just making the window a bit smaller here. 2 seconds. Sorry about having a look at my Steam overlay. Here we go. Alright, back in. One small thing that I did want to do is just hit the reverse thrust on the button. So, jettison shroud. Well, 1 second here. I just want to see what this jettison shroud does. It's not doing anything for me. Yeah, no, that jettison shroud isn't doing anything for me then. I'm pretty sure reverse thrust doesn't work like this, KSP. Up the engines. Full brakes. Alright, 747, here we come. Sorry about that. I was just trying to figure out what that jettison shroud would do, but so let's call this, instead of like a 737-800, let's call it a 737-con. For the old shout out for the Concorde there, just simply for the drop nose. Oh, one more thing, 2 seconds. Just going to quickly have a look at the inside of the cockpit here. Didn't get a chance to. First officer's seat. Geez, they're pretty plain cockpit, but not bad, not bad. Considering it's got the foldable nose. Geez, that's annoying. Every time I go in there, the mouse has got it selected. Oh well, 747 it is. So, first off, good cockpit straight away. What I'm thinking is something like that. MK3 looks even nicer. I know it's got the open nose thing. I'm not going for that, but I'm just going for the 2-story look. But it has windows on the front here. Have we got any other one? No, way too small. And that's just way too space planey looking. Alright. Looks like we're going to have to go with the MK3. So for a good fair portion of it, it is... It's down in utility. Not going to be able to do that. It's MK3. It's another one of the problems. I'm in a pickle here. Out of every plane that you said, you could have said the 747. It's kind of a bit of a pickle because there's no MK3. Alright, let's just go and just we don't need windows at the moment. Let's just say we're just making a MK3. It's pretty cool, but useless for me. Let's just go ahead and make an MK3 plane, which otherwise known as the 747. So I say, yeah, that's about the length, and then it steps down to not that much, But I could use it as a if I do that and then grab 2 MK2 fuel tanks, if I can find them. So first upgrade that one, but also grab this one, rotate it 90 degrees, tool move up to the center. So Andrew, you the only guy that's in the stream. Do you listen to any music? Oh, that's gonna look too awkward. And also, where are you from? Not like actual address, I mean just roughly whereabouts are you from the world. This could work. Too fat. Actually. Too big. It's the same size. Alright, I'll go the B3 bomber next. Size is this to 2.5 meters. Suppose it doesn't really matter. I can just ooh, that's a big game changer. Whole thing's too long. Let's just make a miniatured size version of this. And then we've got to go grab the from the United States. Fair enough. We're from in the US. East, west, north, south. Actually, there's a heavy tail boom in here that I was liking. Probably matched to 737. That doesn't work. I like how both sizes, it doesn't work. And if I didn't learn this... By the way, I'm gonna get the girlfriend coming home soon and she's gonna absolutely blast me for no reason whatsoever. Well, there is a reason, but it's not normally I just drop these things on the internet, but oh well. Alright, so wings, I can probably use the exact same wings as that other plane there that I had before, the 737-Con. Ooh, they're not big enough, but once again, if I didn't learn. So where are the wings? They're literally right here. Bit much. I'd say that's about right. Alrighty, so first off, once again the flaps. It has one double edge flap here, which that's not going to be big enough, I don't think, so I'm going to have to chuck one here and one here. Why did I not notice that when I was placing it? Yeah, that's close enough. And then I'm going to leave this thing on full flaps. I haven't even had a look at the weight. This thing's probably ridiculous. It's going to be heavy as. Look how much fuel. You know what? Let's stick with it. The 747's all about, from Arizona. 747, it's all about, you know, carrying heavy stuff. So... On the talk of KSP and rocketry, you would have heard about the SpaceX Falcon Heavy taking off. That was a pretty big thing for you guys. I have to get the large landing gears. This thing's going to be a brick, and it would just burst the tires. I'm not going to be able to go with like the full replica wheels because I can't see from the photos that I have available to me the proper wheel setup. I know, it sort of is, it's more up here, but if you have a look, it's... Wow, those flaps are... Oh well. That'll be close enough. Who cares? Who really cares? Let's see if we can rotate these slightly to Yep, that'll be fine. So can you guess where I'm from? I don't know how well you're gonna guess. Can't remember what they call this because these are ailerons, and the one in the middle here, I think it's still called an aileron. I don't know. I'm no professional. I do have an interest in it. As much as I'd love to claim I'm a professional, I'm not in any way, shape or form. Nor KSP or real life. I've had, you know, about 2 hours in an actual airplane, but once again, I'm gonna have to do this. Right, now come the big powerhouse. I'll do the nose gear in a minute. Bring out the big powerhouses. I wonder if we're going to be able to make a Goliath fit on here normally. Way too big. That'll do. If I have a look here, the first engine's in between the two flaps, which is way too far out. I'm gonna just have to cut a shortcut here, and instead of redesigning the whole lot, because I want to smash out a couple of designs. That looks somewhat right. Should be good. Okay. Yeah. It was absolutely amazing how they landed those rocket boosters. No, I suppose that's what happens when you spend a lot of time on something. Unlike any of my KSP projects. So the landing gear roughly sits here. But once again, I'm going to have to move it up inside to compensate for that. And with the lights, and there's some lights in the wings here. That'll do. That's close enough for a 747. Now let's see if this thing will actually fly. I just realized something. Scrap flying, I just realized the engines are actually lower than the gear. Not the UK. That's what most people guess when they try and guess where I'm from. I am Australian. So, close. But not close enough. These are really going to have to be low gears. They don't look like crap because you won't be able to see it, but if it works, it works. Alright, let's give this a test. This is not going to work. I haven't even assigned buttons for the flaps. Oh well, we'll just say this is a test flight. Oof, the weight on this thing is immense. Carrying 25,329 fuel. This thing is going to be able to fly for days. Why is it saying there's some sort of empty... wings. Oh, we can fill those up. So I can go up to 29,884 fuel. Turn our lights on. See what that looks like from the front. I don't think I did too bad on this build. I can tell you what, it's correct as in it's slow. Back to the drawing board. I don't know if these engines are going to be fast enough. But we can only give it a go. So let me just quickly chuck on the action points for these. That'll do, and also because I'm pretty sure it's gonna need it. We'll try that. To give you an idea of the delay, I'm gonna type in chat right now. I'll tell you when I'm gonna send it. There you go. Look at that. Pretty decent for, I can't say stock FSX parts. Wings aren't stock. Actually, I don't even know if they're mods or not. I never really use them. Boom isn't even stock, although they got similar ones. Oh, it's starting to get the wobble. Come on, baby. Ooh, and it's climbing and gaining speed. Flaps off, go to medium flaps. This thing is actually climbing and gaining speed. How much fuel is it using? 1.13 a second. This thing could fly for a very long time. This would probably be a good refueler to fly around to some of my abandoned aircraft on Korea. Because I know you can Alright. I'll chuck some boosters. Hey, actually, there's a C-130. I don't know if you know what they are. The Hercules, and they've got a rocket variant of the C-130 that they used to have in the military back in the day. They abandoned it because, well, it's a little dangerous. But I believe it should work. How many does this cockpit hold? Six. Epilepsy alert. Not liking this. Alright. Gear down. I'm gonna stack this. I am going to stack this. Okay. This thing is way too heavy to turn last minute, so we're actually going to have to line up like a real commercial pilot. I will be chucking rocket boosters on this. Just see if I can save you the time of waiting. I don't want to waste your precious time as much as you can just click on another video. I see you've stayed for a while. Thanks for watching. I don't know if I put the most creative stuff out on the internet there, but I plan to. I've only recently just bought a green screen and a good microphone sitting next to me here, and a girlfriend bought me a webcam. I think I'm coming in a bit late again. See how I go. Ooh. Come on. Uh-oh. Hold on, Bessie. Well, you know what they say. Any landing you can walk away from. Look, I'm sure if I actually lined it up correctly, it would have been fine. I didn't really fully come around, but... oh well. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It was those C-130s that... yeah, that used to use the rockets on the front that were like here. And they also had some variants with takeoff as well. So... that was the 747. Now let's create the 747-400-R, which is going to be the rocket variant. Assisted takeoff. I'm not going to make a landing. As you saw, the thing can already come in a bit slow, and with full reverse thrust with 4 engines, I'm tipping it could probably land on pretty short runways as well. So let's just help it out for the landing. First off, I'm just going to do this. Now these things might look really tiny, but in numbers like this, I'll show you the stats in a sec. That is probably way too much. So if you have a look at the stats, these are putting out 13 kilonewtons each. I'll just say 13 for the sake of it. These engines right here, the glass, oh, they're different size, so I'm not going to be able to tell you. 368, 36912. I can't really do the math because they're smaller. But yeah, either way, you figure out they're like 13. Say they're 15 each, 30, 3, 6, 9, 12, and yeah, it goes up to a fair bit of power, but the only thing is they're not very aerodynamic for the plane. But lucky, you just jettison them off after takeoff. What am I doing? Now, I would put engines down like this, but if I grab a crap load of them like that, put a crap load of these ones pointing up, the thing is just going to go and smash into the ground. So I think what I'm going to do is just double the amount. How many did I put on? 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. The same amount, they're just tied together. Yep. So this gets dragged down here. Yeah, are these roughly, yeah, equally each other opposite the First off, I'm gonna do a test. Alright. Think outside the box. Alright, I will after this. Just let me figure this one out. I just wanted to see if these would lift it off the ground by itself. You can see the weight difference. I knew it wasn't going to, but I just wanted to see. Alright. If you're saying think outside the box, let's go something crazy. This... I don't know if this is going to work, but you know, it's KSB, who cares, right? But we're going to have to add struts for this because these things, it's just going to go crazy without them. But at least they're ejectable, I suppose. Once again, my AD, what do you call it? You have to do something. It's kicking in. I need to put nose cones on there, otherwise I think it's way too inefficient, I suppose. Alright, oops. This can't be here. This'll do. Right. Oh my lord. That is a lot of stress on those wings. Oh well. Actually, first off, I should have just created separate. Just get a little bit of speed up. Whoa. Getting frame drops in. It's not right. Three, two, one. Flaps down. Oh. Uh-oh. Eject. Oh, I had to then. Uh-oh. Still good. I got this. I got this. Oh. Hey. Any landing you can survive on. It's a good landing. Whew. Alright, so first off, let's see if we can stop that wing flexing. Because as much as we want to post Malone and go flex, it's not a very good thing when it comes to structural integrity. Are these things pointing straight or... yeah, they look alright, I think. Point exactly forward. Yeah, pretty sure they do. How to stop this conundrum, if you want to call it that. Let's just tuck some wheels there. Actually, I'm gonna have to do this just so they don't clip. And should be good. Let's just go full. What? No. Oh, I've got to change those groups. Mayday, Mayday, this is Sierra Foxtrot. Sierra Hotel, India, Tango. What have you made me done? This is not right. Yeah. You just fly with this open. It's fine. This thing is... I would cut off this engine to make it stable, but I don't know. Oh, I wish you could bleed fuel. Let's kick some flaps into it to make the turn. Oh, I can't afford the airspeed. Alright, I'll add missiles to this here next. Do you know what BD Armory is for KSP? I'm doing as tight as a turn as I can without losing airspeed rating. I'm losing altitude though, massive. Let's kick in some light flaps just to stop the altitude loss. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of the flaps and get rid of this engine. See if we can just land the plane. Kick in its first stage of flaps. Land as slowly as possible. Well, that was successful. Look how good the brakes are on this. Not. Is that locking up? Nope. Successful landing. Another day on the job. So, what you were saying before, if you want to go, let's just save this as a 737-400R. Go back to the 747-400. Now, where's the center of mass? Right here. So let's drop some fuel out of this. And drop some fuel out of this. So we've got that extra 14 ton. So it was like 400 in each, almost 14 ton. Yeah, we're still pretty good on weight. Let's drop a little out of the front, sorry. I don't know why I did that. So now, I go into my advanced mods and go into aerodynamics. Yes, it is the mod with weapons. So first off, let's just chuck all our computer stuff. I'm just going to make it in clear sight because I don't want to be messing around with it for too long. Now where's the, here it is. Just so I can connect to other planes. Weapon manager. Pretty sure it was that. Alright, so first off we're going to need a targeting pod. And we're also going to need, actually you know what, because it's such wide winged, I'm not going to be able to do like what the F-18s do. I'm going to have to chuck it on the front here because otherwise it is going to be an absolute pain to lock on with everything that's really close. I'm pretty sure that'll do once the gear's up. So let's just go with that, and with the jammers we can just I know where you, I'll just chuck a jammer on this side, should be right. Alright, which missile was it? First off, let's chuck these on. Let's get some of the bigger missiles on here. If it wants to hook up. Let's chuck 4 massive cruise missiles on here because these things are devastating. Yeah, have a look at the difference. So we all know the Maverick missiles, it's like what they use on the A-10, stuff like that. It's got a max range of 5,500 meters, blast radius of 25, and we go to the cruise missile, max range of 40,000 meters, otherwise 40,000 kilometers, and that'll be like 40 kilometers, 20 miles. Pretty sure that's about right, roughly. Plus blast radius of 1. The only thing the Maverick has on that is it's got more heat when it explodes, apparently, which I don't really know how that differs as much. I wish I could check on one of these radars, but we'll keep that little thing on the little camera in the front. So these things should be good. Obviously, actually these things are the gun out of the A10. The only problem about these is I've had, like, you know, a massive plane with many engines with 4 of these, and it's got that much firepower that it slows down the aircraft like an air brake. Oh, I could do something really extreme and be like, geez, that would be good for getting tails off your 6. I don't know if that'll be... this isn't really a close air support. This is a cruise missile thing. That's pretty good as it is. Chuck some MRAM, some sidewinders on it just for air-to-air combat. Where's the sidewinder? Idiot. Perfecto. I could chuck one of those on it. I mean, it works. It's a 747. It's big enough for it. You know what? Let's do it. Let's be ridiculous. Alright, after this, I'll do an A10. I'm just going to test that these things work. You know what, I don't like what time it is. There we go. Right. There we go. First up, let's open our BD Armory and grab our modules. We're going to need that for targeting. Well, a lot of the things I put on here were completely useless. Why is this thing? This thing can't be that heavy, the ACM jammer. flaps. Whoa, this thing flies. I forget how well this thing sort of flies. Yeah, the thing's about right for how much bank it's on. Not that much when it's got full flaps at least. Alright, so we're gonna come back. And I do have something out there. I don't know why it's not picking up whatever's down there. Oh well. Use it like an air brake. Yeah. I would if I could. Well, I could. That's what we get the A10 coming up for next. There's no point trying to select this radar because this thing's just being an idiot. Let's just do like a freaking fighter jet turned into a 747 that we were crashing before because it's so hard to do. First off, let's turn our engines down. Stop swaying. God damn. First off, let's line up these two green dots. What is that green dot? Oh, there we go. Alright, we have a mobile base. Oh, I saw my shadow for a second then. Alright. That's alright. No bother. Let's just chock a UE. First off, let's just see. Can I turn my view distance up? Sure, I can do it in the main menu, but oh, why is it going to that mark? Well, at least we know it goes to that mark spot on. Okay. Great. Thank you for flying weaponized airlines. We hope you come back at a later date. Please make sure you have your seatbelts. What? Why did that just... Trying to chuck a Yui. Doesn't want to work. Alright. Let's do a hard turn. Full flaps. As I pull like 8 Gs in a 747. Okay. Let's see if we can do it this time. Send GPS. Last chance, otherwise we're going with the A10. Okay, it doesn't matter. I said that was my last time, but I now have the GPS target location. Now let's fly away. Fly away. No, no, no. I was setting the altitude of it flying. And I just fired it. You know what this means, boys? Why have I got like a... Oh, I've got the thing set up. The only one way to take this out is the best way to take it out. Know how this is going to end. Uh-oh. The wing will get it. The wing won't get it. No. Are you serious? Land on those lights. I just used the lights to save my ass then. Stop eating. That was so close. Alright. 747-weapon. So, have I already built an A10 before? Most of it's stock aircraft. Talking about weird aircraft, this thing took me a while to make. You know, talk about rocket assisted takeoff before. I was pretty familiar with it with this aircraft. Now what this is this flies along. I'm not going to show you. Might live stream it another day. Is each one of these have an AI core strapped to them, therefore, and they're detachable. They're full of fuel, and they've got parachutes on all of them. Where are they? And you fly along. You can detach them at a really high altitude. You've got 3 individual fuel modules that you can fly around to each one of your abandoned aircraft or tanks or whatever. You can land them and resupply them with over 1,000 fuel and oxidizer, depending on what craft they are. which was really handy, but let's get on with that A10. F for respect. Alright. A10C. Which I'm pretty sure was the most modern one. So what games do you play, Andrew? Sorry, I'm just getting up a good image of the A10 here. So the cockpit will have to be something like that with a low nose cone. I'm thinking that, I know it says business, but there is absolutely nothing that's like the A10. It's probably as close as I can get. I know it sort of doesn't look the part, but look, we had to sacrifice somewhere. But it does have a pretty low nose cone, so do we at least have... No, I'm not doing that, as ugly as. I think I'm just going to stick with the old mate. Look, we'll just go by design. I'm not going to go by anything else. So, standard, let's just go along, grab a couple of MK1 fuselage fuel. Is that about the size of the A10? Give or take. And we chuck a boom on it. And we chuck 2 of those square Keep in mind, Andrew, in 2 weeks' time I'm going to be having a giveaway for a game or 2. Still thinking about what I'm going to give out, and no, it's not going to be something that's $3 on Steam. So keep tuned in for that. Trying to see if that's too wide. Oh, I hate how it does this glitching out thing. Wish there was a way to fix that. I'd say that is too wide. I'll just get rid of it. Just had to bring the image back up. Fair enough. So it's something like that, and then it's got too much of an angle. Ah, the hard parts. Trying to find stock KSP parts that look like the actual thing. The best I can probably do is this. But you have a look at the A10s, and this whole thing is slightly up. Actually, why don't I just chuck on a bit of extra scale on them? That'll work. drag these things down a little bit, in closer together. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like that because it's so heavy. The ailerons have to do less work. I found emojis. Jeez, I wish when I clicked on my other screen it wouldn't keep tabbing out. It's just getting annoying. Alright, first off. Why are you doing this? That'll do. As for the engines, can't remember the name of them. 2 something turbofans. I know they're slightly off. Oh, sorry about just spamming through, clicking everything. I'm just deciding on what to put. It's a real shame, like, as much as I'm an Australian YouTuber, I know I'm not popular whatsoever. But, oh, this will work perfectly, I suppose, if I just, where's about the mid of the engine? About here. It's a shame because I don't know if you know much about Australian internet. It is horrible. Where the average is like, you know, just over like 1 MB per second. And we had this program roll out a couple of years ago called the NBN, which sprang fiber optics around the place. But, you know, it's not like American fiber optics where you can get like gigabit per second. I pay for like the highest speed you can get, of course, me being me. But yeah, Australia's internet's just a joke. I'd say this is the more matching back, but I'll just up it. Yeah, that's definitely, I'm glad I made that move. Still getting used to this resizer mod. Now that'll be in here. Now the front is definitely more like that. Hello Russian dude, or Liam or something like that. I don't know, I can't remember. Long time ago. It's like, I'm not even gonna try and say what I just said because I'm gonna say it's gonna be the wrong thing. How are you going? Well, it's the right shape of wing and I can't even adjust the size. Is there some sort of stock wing that is sort of straight? Must be part of a mod pack, that's probably why I can't change it. Yeah, I've got an idea. Great, all the fuel is back here. Oh, all the weights. Why are you all the way back here? Because I haven't put the wings down yet, obviously, idiot. Should I say, is that about the wingspan or one more? But the thing is, an A-turn does something like this. So that's about right. Then we grab another one. And it's got some type of little notch here on both sides, which I'm sure there'll be something that I can redo that with. Doesn't look right. I know it's going to look more from the bottom, but you mainly see the plane from the top. So if I just, not that much. Why do you do this? Alright. Let's see once again if we can stick with stock parks. Way too big unless I can. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, too skinny. Give me something that's not too fat, too skinny. Okay, since we're running off stock parts, I'm just gonna say yeah, 30 megabits per second. Most people don't even run that here. I run 100 megabits per second. Fly to the moon. Alright. Okay. After this, I'll fly to the moon. As you know, I sort of have to finish my projects that once I start, if you've sort of picked up on that. It's not an ADD thing, it's just... Well, not an ADD. I said that before. Just a compulsive disorder. I think we'll just call this fun. I'm just going to try and rush this out so I can get flying to the moon for you guys. Stuff that up, I've rotated it some way, somehow. There we go. I think I'll put just light flaps on this. Yeah, stuff it. These aren't really correct. But... oh, sort of. I've seen better A10s made in KSP, but I know a lot of people do use a lot of mods. Plus, the shape in this whole rear end doesn't fit exactly right. This front end isn't right. The wings aren't too bad. The tail isn't too bad, but... I know, I'm not just putting myself down for no reason. I'm looking at a photo, so... Alright, let's grab that mod out. Filtered by manufacturer, we need a weapons module, not a cruise missile. Weapons. Weapon manager. That'll do. Pretty sure we need. So quickly, custom one. I didn't do this on the plane. I should have showed you, it looks pretty cool, but... I'm definitely gonna have to change this though because it's stuffing up the whole plane. Why is there so much back here? I have to scrap it because it's stuffing up the whole plane. Where's that GAU8? There it is. Oh, well, something like that. OCD. There you go. It's obsessive compulsive disorder. I've been trying to name that this whole time now. You finally got it. Either way, I'm just going to strap these on for looks because I can't be bothered and wiring these ones up because I want to go to the moon now. And technically the Mavericks would be on a thing like this. Oh, this guy looks sketchy. Looks sketch as, but oh well, it's close enough to being done. We need some 30mm ammo. At least we can chuck it up the front, evens out the weight distribution. I do need to actually put the wing on the back. I still forgot about that. Okay, we'll be going to the moon in a second. Almost done. See, now it barely uses. Alright, close enough. Chuck my ammo boxes on the back. She'll be right, you don't need to armor boxes like that. Nah, what's wrong with ammunition like that? Why is it after once? Ah, idiot. Idiot. I didn't have those on both wings. No, it's right-sided. Why are you right-sided? Oh no, it's not. It's just apparently this is heavy as. Oh, I'll just chuck one on each wing. There we go. Good enough, people. Good enough. First flight. It looks like a Soviet MiG-17. I thought the MiG-17s looked a bit different. Oh, that's not a MiG-17. MiG-17 has like the wings back. How is that a booster? Oops. I haven't put any rookie mistake. Looks a bit wonky, who cares? Let's get flying. Move the ballast, aka the ammo. Oops. There we go. And yes, I can just move the ammo boxes to the inside of the aircraft, but I just want to go ahead and fly to the moon. whoa. Oh. Actually, for science sake. I nearly just landed that. Alright, let's just see if I can quickly take off on it again. I thought it was going to do the complete opposite when it was taken off before, simply for the fact that the engines are... Uh-oh. That's fully pitched down there. Now I'm pitching up and it does that. Alright, I'm gonna have to butcher this A10. Take these off. Take these for yaw and pitch off. Should have done that in the first place. And this is not going to look historically accurate. But for flight stability's sake, should be right. Just for you guys, I am going to quickly... not VLC. There we go. Fingers crossed this works. Once again, I should change the light to daytime, but should be right. Actually, you know what? It's probably these ammunition boxes. I wouldn't be surprised. The thing's just weighing back like crazy. I know this is way off balance, but for the where the air's coming up, sorry, it's getting a little late here. 11:46, so. With aerodynamics of pushing up the back, I'm normally a lot better than this. Oh. That's a bit better. This thing, it's got way too much lift compared to engine power. I'll show you what I mean by the okay. I'm pretty sure I could have just turned this on. Anyways, we got ourselves a working A10. Let's just go back to the, yeah. F for respects. You can hold F for respects for any one of my craft. So let's just save this as A-10 work in progress. I swear I was holding cap so well. Because. So what we've already got orbiting the moon, I'm not going to try and redock with it because doing that once was already crazy enough. No, that wasn't it. Pretty sure this was it. This was one thing that I did. It's not this random bit of probe here that still has a bit of battery, but I really didn't need it because I had this rocket that was going somewhere else, and it's the probe. Yeah, that GRU-8. No, it's not the probe then, it's this thing. Oh, so apparently I didn't name it. Great. Got a nameless space station. Just has some fuel in it to deorbit itself. This thing is fully capable of re-entering the atmosphere on Earth as well, just in case I need to. It's got a couple of docking ports on it as well, and just in case I need to refuel it. And there's just jammed full of batteries and monopropellant. There's plenty of that. That was a bit of a pain to get up there because this thing was heavy. What's that? Oh, that's a big fuel tank. Oh, so it does have plenty of fuel. Oh, let's build a rocket. So what do you want me to build while I go and start building it? Don't tell me an actual rocket. Big one, small one. Something like that. So I'm fixing my sound on my headphones here. Brand new headphones, broken. Not leave. Oh, should be out. Skirt, skirt. Ski up. Boom, 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 boom. The tingles. Brrrr. Skip, pop, 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 pop. Skitty, pip, pop, pop. Boom. Ski up. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Let's just go to standard, the better lander can, the control module. Wait, what? I swear I pressed new. Alright, 2 seconds. So I know you guys are new to the channel. Thanks for you guys for watching today. Going to have a shout out to my sponsor. Just kidding, I got 3 views. Don't have enough for that. So I'm just going to build somewhat of a sponsor, friggin' rocket sponsor. I told you I'm getting tired. Just want to give a thanks for you guys that are watching, Andrew especially. It was a bit dramatic coming into the screen just to do that, but I'm also testing it because it's like my first time testing that, so the only problem is because this doesn't have a windowed mode that I can run on. You have to do that to tab out. So first off, let's grab a, I swear they're in here. Might be in utility, yes. The escape system. Chuck some that'll do. Chuck some of that on there. Go ahead, grab a big decoupler that can sit here. We'll go on with building the rest of the rocket. I want MiG-17. Okay, very ridiculous rocket that the man does not need or want. First off, I had to have safety number 1 for the Kerbals because, you know, safety one, number one is a big priority here in Runny Gunny Studios. But you want ridiculous? Let's go ridiculous. I'd say that's a pretty good first stage. Let's make one hell of an engine. Technically doubled in size. So if I use this one, it has more power. Alright, at least we got the... I'm gonna have to move this up. Jeez, the Falcon Heavy from SpaceX ain't got nothing on me. And what we're gonna do, same fuel tanks because you can't really grab much more. Pretty sure they're the largest ones in the game. Jeez, that's about as far as I'm gonna be able to go. Wow, if that's already 3,746 kilonewtons of force, I just went from here to there. That would put out so much power. You have to meet your boss this afternoon. Have you got a job interview or is it something else? Something not as good. Let's chuck rocket boosters on all sides. This is going to be one quick rocket. I would put parachutes on them, but you know what? I don't even care. They're gonna be like, why are you putting air brakes on this thing? The whole reason I'm putting air brakes on this thing is I should put them down the bottom. Perfect. Just to help steer. So first off, I'm not going to try and reach the moon. I'm just going to give this thing a nice little test flight. You have that many hours in Kerbal's space program, or? Please hold F for respects. Oh well, let's give this engine a whirl. It's putting just out. Oh no. Run, Gordon. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought that was gonna... Wow, this thing has a lot of fuel and a lot of thrust. This would actually be a really good module for going to like Mars or something. Oh well, that didn't really work. Let's see if we can get it to work. You know how you do that in Kerbal Space Program? Struts. Struts, struts, and more struts. Okay, first off, instead of just trying to let it smash under the ground to see if it would hold itself, let's just try and... I know this is putting a lot of weight onto those wings, but it's a good way to see whether it'll hold itself. Alright, yep, too easy. Oh, you know what, Andrew, thanks for that. Well, at least the emergency things works. Why is that? Maybe, just maybe, this is the problem. It doesn't want to hold it somehow. Okay. Put all the struts. I'll try the struts after this. Well. Spam space. Just grabbing a screenshot there. Can't see the I was hoping I was going to be able to switch to one of those rockets, but put all the struts is now going to be the main operation of well, I wish I could do a time lapse for you, but once again you're watching a live stream, so holding. Oh, we got a big wiggly rocket. I was gonna say something else there. This thing has so much power. Whoa. If anyone's played Kerbal Space Program and they're watching this right now, you will know that already it's 7,000 meters. 700 meters per second. Haven't even used half of these boosted, or just over half. And the main stage is not even a quarter. This is like going to Mars easy. What did I break? Nothing. It's probably the nose cone off one of those. This thing is wigglier than a wiggly. Don't even know what to call it. This thing is massive. Tell you what though, it is slow. 8,200 kilonewtons of thrust. And it is slow. It shows the weight of this thing. I mean, look at each fuel tank. I mean, look, the lighter we get, we're speeding up. Let's go to 10-degree bank here, see if we can just push ourselves up to orbit. $310.96. Oh well, 10k. Perfect for penetrating the sky. I just realized where we were. And we're about to re-enter. Oh. Was I skipping time the whole time? We're gonna have to ditch this. That's some serious speed going. Look at that speed difference on this demon. As you can see, now you know I'm not. Oh, we're gonna start skimming the atmosphere in a sec. Oh no. Uh-oh, we're gonna blow up here. Yeah. Call the UPO. Okay, I think I know the problem here. I think it should be fixed then. Yeah, we'll just go a bit bigger. I can't even lift up the camera anymore. Oh, it's off the ground. Don't complain. Works. Here goes the UPO. PDA weapon management. No weapon found. I wonder why. Two minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna get to 22. What the? F for respect. 22,000 kilonewtons of power. What the? 12,000 meters, let's start at 10-degree bank. I'm gaining way too fast, I'm just going to start banking even more now. Uh-oh. So I just had to do that slowly then, I didn't want to smash anything up once again, that bang for no reason. You got the 51, look at the difference, 15,000 fuel, 51,000 fuel. The thrust is like massive. Yeah, they'll be missed, but forgotten. They'll be right. Yeah, let's just get this periapsis to go massive. Penetrating the sky. Unidentified penetrating object. Russia's probably looking out of their window right now and what the hell is this thing coming across? Oh, are we gonna get to the moon without an orbit? We're just gonna go on one burn. I can't believe. Yeah, with this. Just going to be in a slightly different. Oops. I made a time warp that then. Cancel that warp. Just seeing if I could see look how far away it is now. Oh, cool. Now we have to go into a retrograde burn. We are way too far. I accidentally came in way too late for it. See if we can still orbit the moon here. See how close we can get. Ooh. I'll go for close orbit. Which way are we going this way? Oh no, we're not. Stop. Damn. Damn, son, where'd you find this? T-minus 1 minute. know where it is now. Oh, cool. Just double checking the music was playing then. Just gonna make sure this side doesn't. So we get 16,000 meters. Were they just laughing on the radio?
What?
54,000. Is this gonna clear? I don't think we're gonna. Well, now it's not gonna clear, but that's why I'm turning around. Stop laughing on the radio, that should creep me out. Should be good now. Yeah, 9,000. Should be right. Talk about an orbit. Let's do something crazy. I don't want to take the pilot out. Let's take Bob. That is not me breathing into the mic, by the way. That's just this sound mod. I'm gonna see if we can de-orbit ourselves. I don't know if we'll be able to. I'm just gonna try and land on the moon using my backpack. Leave him stranded there. Good old Bob. I think we're coming in too hot. We are coming in way too hot. Hold on. Don't let me select other ships. Righty. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Don't let me select other. Alright. I'm now going to do one more challenge. Going to build the fastest rocket I can possible. So, actually it's probably not going to be that big because I don't want it to really, I'm not going to fly. It's going to be my last thing and then it's going to be the end of the stream. I've been going here for 2 hours, 20 minutes. And 37 seconds. And Andrew, you've been here, not sure how long, I don't have a counter for that, but it's been a long time. F for your respects. Actually, you know what, I don't think that's going to be the key. I think I think this is the key. Let's just throw a little test out there. I think that works. The moon is now a grave. Why do you think it's all grey? It's a grave. I wonder how many astronauts have died. Yeah. F for those respects. I still reckon this thing could go a lot faster. Yeah, that sounds about right. So let's go ahead and... let's just do it. If we go one by one, like this, technically means they all support each other. And go back the other way. Oops. Oh, sure will be right. Who cares? Should be right. That'll work. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this staging. Fingers crossed. What do I do for a living? I work for my local council, or whatever you want to call it. Like the towns, I don't know if it's called the same thing over in America. You got councils that take care of counties or areas, like government. Oof, my ears just got wrecked then. Yeah, I just take care of like community centers and kindergartens and stuff like that. Damn, this thing's quick. Actually, no, it will probably make it a lot quicker. That would be so underrated. Nose cones. So I'm going to have a look at the speed. When I hit 5,000 meters, I'm at like 440. We'll say that. 440. Seeing if I could fix the webcam a little bit there, but just noticed it was a little bit low. Oh no. Take these off, chuck. So already got a 440 at 5,000 meters. See if it makes a difference. I did throttle down at one stage, so that's going to be unfair since last time, so I'll do it exactly the same, I think. want to see how much of a difference nose cones actually make. A bit of frame drop here. What's going on? It's probably because there's so many rockets strapped together. And I'm at 440 at 4,500. 5,000 meters, roughly the same at 4,670. 67. So yeah, bit of increase. Definitely worth it. Damn, this lag. It's like it has to load every 10 seconds. Now this part's going to be interesting. Damn, look at that speed, yo. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. No, I work for the local council, so it's the people, as I said, who take care of like as much as it's stereotypical. The only word I know for like the areas are like counties, for you. So I'm not going to do that. That is a bit of an epileptic warning there, and I haven't chucked one on. Alright, let's see if we can just time warp this. Now, no. That wasn't gonna work. Just started coming back into the atmosphere, blew up. It wasn't even a it wasn't even for that anyways. Whoa, what is FPS? Wow. How is this working? I've hit F12. Does F12... Sorry, the music keeps coming off. First time I've had music on a stream, so that's why I keep tabbing out for it. That looks amazing though. So let me just time warp for this. Haven't slowed down enough. I'm gonna survive this. I mean, I'm not gonna survive this. Oh well. Thanks very much for watching, especially Andrew. Stayed with me most of the time anyways. Keep subscribed if you want to. I suppose it's up to you. But there will be a giveaway coming up soon. So I'd say definitely be in the you'd definitely be in the running for that. So keep subscribed, I'll let you know. And keep an eye on my videos for when it's happening. I'll release a video probably tomorrow about when it's going to happen and what it's going to be. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll hold F for your respects, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks very much for watching. It's Rennie Gunny, and I'll see you guys later.